What is going on, everybody? Good to see ya. How you been? Hope everything is all right with you. We are having another chance to speak English tonight, and well, here we are on YouTube again. It's Tuesday, 7:10 sharp in Brazil. Okay, we're here today to learn some about English, let's say basic English, and I'm going to cover some of the points here for you guys. We are going to have some comments on some English mistakes that some people make and how to understand them better because basic English can sometimes still be confusing for some, and I'm here to help you out with all this. So, all right, nothing else to say. We are going on. So, just as you remember, today we are revisiting your English vocabulary, your pronunciation, and we're going to have an exercise, a writing practice right at the end. Então a gente também vai escrever um ditado hoje. Eu vou passar para vocês ao final da aula. Quem acompanhar comigo até o final da aula vai ter esse ditado que vai acontecer. E é um exercício para vocês praticarem a escrita, tá bom? Ok. Getting started here with this very simple sentence. We have it here as I like to eat apples. You can repeat this with me, please. Repeat out loud, okay? Improve your pronunciation and repeat after me. I like to eat apples. Good. So here we have to. We use to separate two actions together. We have the action of like, correct? And we also have got the action of eat. That's why we use this to separate these two words there. Because you cannot say, I like eat apples. I like eat apples. You don't want to say that. You can say, I like eating apples, but don't say, I like eat apples, right? So that's why we use this word to separate these two actions together in a sentence right there. Okay, good. Can you guys hear me well? Everything is all right with the microphone? Can you confirm it to me on the chat? Very good. That's it. I like eating apples. That's another way to say very good, Hip Moreira. This guy is always present here, improving his English. Pretty good. Tough guy. Another example we also got is this one. She lives in a house. She lives in a house. No inglês básico, né? No inglês geral, a gente usa esse S no final da ação. She lives in a house. Com esse S a gente usa sempre quando a gente está falando de he, she ou it, certo? He, she, and it. We generally use this letter as at the end of the action there, the verb. But did you know that this is not really a rule? I mean, it's a rule, but it's no problem if you cut it out. In everyday conversation, it's no problem if you don't use this letter S over there. For example, she lived in a house. She lived in a house, right? Let's say that native people themselves, when they are having some conversation, usual conversation, they will like say it. She lived in a house, for example. Not every time, but sometimes, you know. So this is just a thing that mostly the people who are learning English, they are really considered about that, you know. She lives in a house. Okay. So as you know, we got this for he, she, and it, right? We use this letter S right there. So and I also want to bring this to you with the word goes. Repeat after me. He goes to school every week. Repeat, please. He goes to school after week, or he goes to school every week. All right. Here you see what happens. we are changing the word go to goes. And why is that? It's because we're talking about he again, he, she, and it. These three um, pronouns over there. We always change the word go to goes. But again, if we want to talk like colloquial and everyday English, it's no problem if you say he go to school, he go to school, she go to school. You understand? Um, this would be grammatically incorrect, yes, but people also talk like that, so ain't no big problem here. Okay. Um, you gotta understand that this is also, isso é muito inglês desconstruído, tá? Você tá aprendendo, você tá começando do básico, tudo bem, você aprende aqui com he, she, it, a gente usa ali o S na ação, a gente usa o go, vira goes, mas no inglês do dia a dia é o que eu tento sempre passar aqui, através das aulas e através do conteúdo que eu, dos vídeos que eu ensino, que eu compartilho no Instagram, né? Sempre o inglês da vida real. Porque na escola a gente aprende que você não pode deixar de usar o S quando a gente tem he, she ou it. Não pode deixar de usar o S na ação. Não é bem assim que funciona, né, de verdade. Quando a gente fala o inglês falado na vida real. Fora do livro, fora da sala de aula, né? Okay, so we got this go and it becomes goes. If you got any questions, please use the chat on the side. Se você tem alguma pergunta, você pode usar o bate-papo aqui do lado. Eu tô nesse fundo azul, tô no céu, tô respondendo vocês. E a gente vai conversando, trocando uma ideia. Okay? So, all right. I want you to pay attention to this. You can repeat after me. She is a good student. She is a good student. Pay attention that. No, I am not dead. I am still alive. Thank God. And that was a good joke. She's a good student. Here I want to talk to you guys about the use of a or a. You can pronounce a good student, or you can say a good student. It's the same thing, okay? But why I want to bring you this? It's because in some languages, I worked with, let's say, Russians, for example. In Russian language, they don't use this word a or the letter a or a in their language, right? So what I'm saying, in some languages we don't have these so-called articles. We don't have these, so it's in this sense. That's why we need to use ela é uma boa aluna. Uma boa, we're gonna say a good student, right? So don't forget, we use a for words that start with a consonant sound. So we have the color purple right there. A good, because the word good starts with a consonant sound. That's why you want to say a. Okay? You're following me? You understand? How's everything going? Let me know in the chat if you have any questions about it. We have one question here from Walter. When we're speaking fast, often omit some phonetic words in it. Phonetic words. Phonetic. I think you mean phonetic sounds, right? Speaking fast, often omit some. When we're speaking fast, often omit some phonetic words. Yeah, there's something like that. Something like that, because we're talking sounds in the language, right, in the English language, and sure we try to understand these sounds, but try not to get too complicated on them. The way that I memorize all these sounds mostly is by imitating others. Okay, this is an interesting question here. We're talking phonetic sounds. People sometimes struggle to understand how to use these sounds, because in the books they are too complicated. Like a basic I didn't know about these sounds when I was learning English at school, you know? So the way that I follow today, the way that I or the way that I did uh, to, let's say, work on my speaking fast method is to pretty much imitate, hear what, listen actively to what other people are saying and imitate, you know? Yes, we got an Ukrainian here. Pretty good. It's the same in Ukrainian language when we talk about this use of articles, right? I bet in Ukrainian you don't in Ukrainian you don't have this rule. Okay. We also got he is an awesome teacher. Please repeat. He is. Vejam que eu falo is e não is. You're not going to say is, but you're saying is. He is an awesome teacher. He is an awesome teacher. Okay. What we have here is that we use N for words that start with a vowel sound. A, E, I, O, U. We have the word awesome. The first letter of awesome is A, which is a vowel sound. So we're using N. Remember, before we had A for words that start with a consonant sound. Now we have N for words that start with a vowel sound, and so on and so forth. Okay. Did you know about this? A and N? If you didn't know, let me know in the comments if this was new to you so then we can move on. Okay, Walter, you're an awesome student as well. Thanks. I am going to work. I am going to work. Repeat with me. I am going. You're not saying going, or since we got in Ukrainian, maybe we have an Ukrainian here in the chat. You're not going to say going with the final k, right? But you're saying going, and you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Going, okay? I'm going to work. And this sentence indicates action, the action of literally going to work right now in a moment. We use ing, let's say in basic English, we use ing for actions that are happening in the moment. When we're talking basic English, okay? But yeah, we also got the construction going to talk about some of the future intentions, which is not the focus today, right? Because today we're working on the basics. So, but you're right. We have the construction going to too, as well. We have here an example. Speaking fast from Hip Moreira, he says, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work right now. Hmm. Yeah, man, but I would say this is different though. If you say, I'm gonna work, it communicates the intention of working. I'm gonna work at some point right after or in the future. In contrary, we have I am going to work means that I am in the direction of. You know what I mean? This is the action right here, right now. I'm taking a bus. I'm going by car. That's what we mean with this sentence. I am going to work. That's the thing. Okay? Please repeat. Does she work? Follow my same intonation here. I want you to, hey guys, just here real quick. I want you to repeat on the same intonations as I use. A entonação é muito importante para você melhorar o teu sotaque. Então repete na mesma entonação que eu estou fazendo aqui para você praticar, ok? Does she work? Does she work? Veja aqui. Does she work? Né? Ok. And also we got the way of asking as she work, she work. And why I'm bringing you this? I'm talking about it because we don't always need to use does in the question. This is what we learn in basic English. Again, when you're learning English, that's okay. You learn that you need to start a question using does. But I am here to prove you wrong because if you want to speak like everyday English, that doesn't matter at all. If you want to ask, she work here? She work? It's all right. We can start questions with or without the use of does and do. And that's all right. And got no problem. Okay. Did you know about that? Do you talk like that without using do or does in the beginning of a question? If you didn't know about it, now you do. Another one that we have is that right? Well, we use don't and doesn't for negative sentences, right? I want you to repeat with me, please. I don't have. I don't have. He doesn't play games. He doesn't play games. Yeah, we're told that we need to use don't and doesn't for, again, doesn't we would use with he, she, and it, right? And don't we use with I, we, and they, and those are, and these pronouns, right? We don't, okay, so far so good. But I'm here also again to tell you that it's not really necessary to follow this pattern. They don't like it. Repeat with me. They don't like it. Tá repetindo comigo? They don't like it. She don't want it. She don't want it. Vai virar she don't want it. Speak fast, right? So, yeah, I'm here to say it's okay. It's okay to use don't with he, she, and it. It's no problem. Grammatically speaking, it's wrong. If you're having a test, if you're writing a formal email, uh, okay, it's different. It's different. But in everyday conversation, it's all completely all right if you use she don't want it. Okay. Right. Is it is for objects, yeah? Objects. Objects, not necessarily, dude. I don't if I get you right to talk about objects, not at all. You can use it at any situation really. In WhatsApp, can we follow this form to write to? Of course, my man. Of course, you can use this way. You don't need to follow the exact grammar rules. Again, it depends on who are you talking to. What is the intention of the communication you want to have? Is it, are you talking to a friend on WhatsApp? Are you talking to your boss? It's different, right? But you can be informal through texting, WhatsApp, or Telegram, whatever. Okay. So for people who are just joining us right now, be very welcome again. This is we're having another class, and hey, everyone is enjoying this together. It's pretty good to have you here. I got a question here asking about the difference between American and British English. I'll save it for later to get to your answer, okay? Now, let's get back to business. Oh yeah, another mistake that I see many beginners, sometimes beginner students, they have is they confuse the use of have and there is. So the sentence, have a cat in my room. You don't want to say have a cat in my room. We better say there is a cat in my room. You can repeat. There is a cat in my room. Vamos repetir a frase correta ali. There is a cat in my room. Or if you speak with a Slavic accent, there is a cat in my room. So we don't use have like this, but we do use there is instead. Eu sei que no português a gente diria tem um gato na minha sala, certo? Tem. Tem, para inglês a gente traduz como have. There is, a gente traduz como também have ou existe, tá? No inglês fica certo dizer there is a cat in my room. Or we can also have as I have a cat in my room. If you use I have in the beginning, it's completely fine. But you can't start the sentence with have a cat in my room in this sense. Good? Good. We got an interesting question here from Hip Moreira, and I'll save this answer for later again, okay? If you stick to the end, if you watch the class till the end, I'm going to answer it for you. So remember, don't confuse have with there is. Good? Guys, now we need to complete this sentence with this. Two options down below. There is or there are 3 people in my room. Put your answers down in the comments. Coloque a resposta aí nos comentários. O que vocês usariam para completar essa frase? A gente está falando 3 people in the room. There is 3 people in the room, or there are 3 people in the room. What is your answer? What is your answer? Give me 1, give me 2, give me 3, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, very good. Everybody got it right. Josie says there are 3 people in the room. Correct. We use there are. So because we're talking about the plural, right? There are 3 people. So we would use are here. Very good. Always use are, there are, when you talk about the plural. Okay. Guys, I want to bring something different for you right now. It's about pronunciation practice, and we're going to get specific about pronunciation of basic words. So if you are listening to me actively, I need you to listen and repeat, because I want you to work on this very seriously. We're going to talk about the sound. So repeat, it's not e, like these words we have. Most Brazilians would say these, eats, is, but this, you better want to work this out. Melhor eu vou ensinar jeito de você pronunciar isso de uma forma mais natural para soar mais fluido quando você e mais próximo digamos assim, do inglês americano, né? A pronúncia certa da palavra ali, seja inglês britânico, americano, tem pronúncias com o som aqui é parecido. So, repeat. This, this. Tem que repetir em voz alta, hein? I need you to repeat out loud. This. Para a segunda, it's. Não é it's, mas sim it's. Is. Okay? You understand how it works? We're not saying E. A gente não faz som de E. You're not going to pronounce this E sound, but it's a E. This. It's. Is. Very good? Okay. That's it, Walter. Very good. You got it right. Is. Eu sei que quando a gente está falando inglês, às vezes está falando fluido, você precisa parar e pensar nessa. Você nem sempre lembra dessas pronúncias, né? Pronúncia de cada palavra individual ali. É uma coisa que você vai sacando ao longo do tempo. tá? Mas é bom já se acostumando com isso agora. Palavras básicas. Então, eu quero que você leia para mim essa frase aqui. You can read this sentence and later I will give you the correct pronunciation for each word. Go ahead. Right. So the pronunciation for this sentence is like this. This is his city. Or if you want to make it more American, you can say, this is his city. This is his city. I connect everything there, dude. I connect everything. I remove the letter H. This is a city. This is a city. All right. So far so good. If you got questions about pronunciation, you can always ask me on the comments. We next got the sound. Repeat er. I need you to repeat, or first you're gonna listen to my pronunciation and then you repeat, okay? First, person, prefer. Chega perto aqui. First, repeat. First. You're not gonna say first. No, you're saying first. Repeat. Person, person. Prefer, prefer. All the same sounds we're talking about here. What I usually see people pronouncing the second word, which is person. Some of them say person. You don't want to say person, but you're saying person. Okay, that's where we're going. All right, now we got another sentence to work on it. How would you read this sentence on the side? Leia para mim essa frase aqui. Okay, good. I'm the first person. You can repeat after me. I'm the first person. I'm the first person. Okay? All right. Everything cool? That's what we have for pronunciation on today's. How did you like it? Basic, huh? Basic pronunciation, basic words. But you know what? Once you really master these sounds, the basic sounds we have in English, this is how you're going to get started with your real deal with pronunciation. Start with the basics. It's all about starting with the basics. And here we're talking pronunciation. Okay? All right. We are moving to the writing practice. I got you covered. Então agora é hora de escrever. Para quem está nessa aula, chegou até o final aqui comigo, a gente vai para a última prática, que é writing practice. I want you guys to write down a dictation that I'm going to have for you right here. How it's going to work. Grab a book, grab your phone, whatever it is, and you will write everything that I say. I will tell you a couple of different sentences, and you are going to write, okay, to practice your spelling skills. So we're gonna go. Está todo mundo preparado aí? Everybody's ready? I ask you to pick a book or a piece of paper, not to write in the chat because you don't want to have the answer spoiled. Okay, so if I open the document, if I open here the dictation, let me see. We're gonna get started with this. Eu vou repetir a frase algumas vezes para vocês pegarem, tá bom? So we are going. They don't speak French. They don't speak French. comma, vírgula, comma, but English. They don't speak French, but English. Okay. Are there any pictures on the wall? Are there any pictures on the wall? Are there any pictures on the wall? Question mark. Ponto de interrogação. Question mark. Yes, comma. There are some. Yes, there are some. Yes, comma. There are some. Full stop. Ponto final. Termina com uma última frase aqui. He don't like to watch movies. Pay attention to this. He don't like. He don't like to watch movies. Okay? He don't like to watch movies. Finish. Full stop. Termina aí. Nosso ditado. There we go. It's finished. So they don't speak French, but English. Are there any pictures on the wall? Yes, there are some. He don't like to watch movies. Okay? So there it is. If you need to correct your dictation, you can pause this class and you can correct your mistakes in case you had any. And we good. Pretty good. We're done for the day. And let me know in the comments if you had any mistakes. If you didn't have any mistakes, I see that Hip Moreda had all right, all right, all right, all right. No mistakes, my man. Keep it cool. Right. Okay. I want to say thank you for joining me today and participating in this class. If you watched it until here, I'm very thankful. Really, it means a lot. Okay? Another opportunity you had of practicing English with me, and I have an announcement to make. Tem comunicado para fazer para vocês que eu estou com minha comunidade no Telegram funcionando e toda semana eu posto, eu coloco lá o link da aula já adiantado para os alunos que participam ativamente. E se você quer acesso ao material que eu uso aqui para as aulas para você estudar em casa, me manda um Speak Fast no Instagram e eu vou te colocar dentro dessa comunidade. I have here my community once again, now translating everything to English, right? Because this is where I post my material, my stuff, okay? So if you want to make part of a community and join the classes here with me and get access to the material that I use, just join the community and participate, get together. You can message me on Instagram with Speak Fast and I will add you up to the group or the community, whatever it is. You can find my Instagram right through this code. Você pode pausar aqui, abrir a câmera do teu celular e acessar esse código que está aqui, que vai te levar ao meu Instagram. E lá você tem acesso aos meus vídeos, ao Ensinando Inglês, e possivelmente a como você veio parar nessa aula aqui de hoje. Right. So now is the time for me to answer your questions, I guess. French and English. We can write the first letter minúscula. Okay. I see. We're talking about the dictation, Walter. So let me tell you this. Usually for languages, French and English, languages and nationalities, right? We would write the first letter in how was it called again? Letra maiúscula, right? In a capital letter. Yeah, we would write these words in a capital letter in the beginning because they are languages and nationalities. Good. We have here, what do I think about the differences between American and British English? Well, I see there are a lot of differences, of course. And if you ask me what I think about them, well, first, if we start by the accent, right? The accent is so there's a huge contrast between these two types of English. Um, we got different words, also different expressions. So it's a very different comparison we're making here. I personally prefer the American English. I find it cooler though. Will I continue the classes on Monday? So I am not teaching on Mondays anymore. For you students, the classes I'm giving here, they're only around my profile here on Tuesdays right now, 7:10. That's the usual time. Okay, so I won't be teaching on Mondays anymore. I understand all you say, but in movies and music, it's so difficult. Yeah, that is the work of practice, man. You can understand everything I say. That's glad. Also, I want to ask you guys, do you understand if I go with the class all in English? Você conseguiu me entender na aula de hoje? Quando eu falava só em inglês? Algumas vezes eu dei uma tradução aqui e ali sobre o que eu estava falando, mas eu queria saber de você se você está me entendendo falando inglês durante a aula. Me diga aqui nos comentários. And a solution I give you for this water, keep on the go, man. You can watch movies with audio in English and subtitle in Portuguese, for example. Or even you can watch with subtitles in English. Yeah, yeah. Missing your lessons on Mondays too. I know, my man. That's what I heard. Other students also asked me about this, and it's all right. You have my classes here right now. Terezinha entendeu aqui minha falando inglês. Ok, ok. Any B2 level course? Very good. We got here an advanced student. Course, if you are B2 level and you want to improve your English, you can reach out to me personally. I will be honored to help you out to improve your English. I currently got private classes where I usually work with B2 level students, more advanced students, right? So, hey, send me a message. I can help you out with this course in person. I mean, um, live on a video call. Uh, okay, all right. Flavia also says that she understood everything percent of what I say. That's really good. That's really good. So I can continue with the classes all in English. All right. Okay. The Canadian English is the same as the American. Dude, the Canadian English is closer to the American than it is to the British. I got a student living in Canada, and yeah, it's pretty close. There are some terms, some terminologies. There's always some words that are specific for regions, right? But mostly, I would say it's the same. It's like pretty close one to another, one to the other. Okay, nothing else to say for you guys. We close another class. We finish, and thank you. If you like this class today, comment down below, speak fast, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.